Um, and it's really funny because during all those years as an atheist, and I'm chanting at crystals and I'm doing the New Age thing, which was probably just the influence of the 70s. But during that time, when one of you was sick or Dad had to go on a trip, a business trip, and I was worried about him, I would pray. And that I now look back and it's interesting that as an atheist I would pray. And I would just say, please God, you know, if you're there, I'm hurting your feelings and I'm so sorry. And I don't mean to be rude. What I want is the well-being of my family. And what I want too is the truth. And if you're there, please guide me. I want to follow you. I want something more than I'm getting from chanting to crystals, for heaven's sakes, you know? Because that can certainly leave you empty. I mean, that kind of New Ageism, it never filled the void. I know I always had. And I want you kids to know another thing too. What started to turn me around toward God, into thinking about it long before, Tyler, I saw you begin to transform into this fuller soul. Long before that, I was searching. I was searching. You helped later with your transformation, but early on, okay. I think that what I'm trying to say is I began to recognize that coincidences weren't coincidences at all. They were odd events, one leading to the next, to the next, to the next, until something so outlandish occurred that wouldn't have occurred if the very first event hadn't. And I began to look at that, and I thought it was very strange. And how could this happen without there being some kind of a higher power guiding it? And then I began to wonder, how could a higher power be guiding me when I was in such denial of his existence? And now I understand it's Jesus's love. It's his, I don't know whether to laugh or cry, because it's God's acceptance of it. It's Jesus dying on the cross for us. They were there for me when I wasn't there for them. And that's an unconditional love. And I really understand that to some level, because that's how I love my babies. That's how I love my husband. That's how I'll love my grandchildren someday. And I thank you, God, so much for including me in your fold and loving me that much. And I'll pass that love